Ever wondered what happens inside a gun in the blink of an eye? It's a marvel of engineering, a mechanical dance that unfolds in fractions of a second. Let us pull back the curtain and see exactly what goes down from the moment you pull the trigger to the instant the bullet leaves the barrel. Ready? Let's dive in. It all starts with your finger on the trigger. When you apply that gentle pressure, you're not just moving one piece of metal, you're initiating a complex chain reaction. The trigger is connected to the sear, which is a small but crucial part, holding the hammer or striker under spring tension. Think of it like a tiny gate holding back a powerful force. As you pull the trigger, it moves the sear, releasing that gate. Freed from the sear, the hammer or striker springs forward with incredible speed. In a hammer-fired gun, the hammer swings in an arc, striking the firing pin. In a striker-fired gun, the striker itself is a spring-loaded pin that shoots forward directly. Either way, the goal is the same: to deliver a sharp, powerful blow to the primer on the back of the cartridge. The primer is a small, sensitive cup filled with an explosive compound. When the firing pin hits it, this compound detonates, creating a tiny but intense flash of fire. This flash travels through a small hole, called the flash hole, into the main body of the cartridge case, which is filled with propellant, or what we commonly call gunpowder. Now, things get really fast. The flash from the primer ignites the propellant. This isn't an explosion in the way you might think. It's an extremely rapid burn. As the propellant burns, it generates a massive volume of hot, high-pressure gas. We're talking about pressures reaching tens of thousands of pounds per square inch, all contained within the small brass case. This immense pressure has to go somewhere, and there's only one path of least resistance: pushing the bullet forward. The bullet is seated snugly in the neck of the cartridge case. The force of the expanding gas is so great that it shoves the bullet out of the case and sends it rocketing down the barrel. As the bullet travels down the barrel, it engages with the rifling. These are the spiral grooves cut into the inside of the barrel. The rifling forces the bullet to spin, just like throwing a football with a spiral. This spin provides gyroscopic stability, making the bullet fly straighter and more accurately over long distances. Without rifling, the bullet would just tumble end over end. Simultaneously, as the bullet moves down the barrel, that same high-pressure gas is also used to cycle the action for the next shot in semi-automatic firearms. A small amount of gas is often bled off through a tiny port in the barrel, or the rearward force of the expanding gas pushes the slide or bolt carrier backward. This rearward movement accomplishes several things at once. It extracts the spent cartridge case from the chamber and ejects it out of the firearm. As the slide or bolt moves back, it also cocks the hammer or resets the striker, preparing it for the next shot. Finally, a spring pushes the slide or bolt forward again. On its way, it strips a fresh cartridge from the magazine and loads it into the chamber. The gun is now ready to fire again. And all of this, from the trigger pull to the gun being ready for the next shot, happens in a mere fraction of a second. It's an incredible sequence of events, a perfect storm of physics and mechanical precision. It is a process that has been refined over centuries to be as reliable and efficient as possible. So the next time you see a firearm in action, remember the lightning-fast, intricate dance happening inside. It's not just a single event, it's a whole symphony of mechanics working in perfect harmony. Thanks so much for watching and exploring this fascinating process with me. If you enjoyed this breakdown, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into how things work. See you in the next one.